Alright, what we have is the PedalPCB Cadmium Fuzz. It's a clone of the Danelectro Nichols 1966 Fuzz. Nichols is a famous canyon in the Hollywood area, kind of where some cool pedals came out, where some records were recorded, or kind of that whole close to Laurel Canyon, but not the same one. But anyway, that's why I've named it the Canyon Fuzz. By the way, this is a 3D printed enclosure that I've foil tape lined for shielding, things like that, but turned out pretty cool. This is more than just a typical overdrive pedal or distortion pedal. Yeah, it'll do that. It's not what it excels at. The cool feature about this is it adds in this little fuzz. And then it's also got a cool little mid switch. But bass tone is a King B Telly with, I believe it has Lawlers in it, going into my HX Stomp, which I've got a super reverb rig pulled up. Here's bass tone on the neck pickup. Here's the pedal engaged with just a touch of fuzz because it's truly anemic without it, but just adding in an overdrive. Adds in some breakup there, typical tone knob. That bass may come in later when we're talking about fuzz. Mid switch just adds in mids, obviously. I'm assuming that's adjusting a tone cap of some sort. I'm trying to look at the circuit. Yeah, it looks like it's going into a little bit different tone cap there. But and you can dial it in, typical overdrive pedal. Sounds like every other overdrive pedal, right? But anyway, like I said, the cool feature of this is you can add in some fuzz. I won't say it's a blended. I don't think it's doing what the Klon does as far as the dual pot, blending clean with fuzz, but I think it's just adding in fuzz to that. I'd have to go back and look at the documentation. But using 3 transistors, maybe 201s, maybe 3904s, I don't know. But here's the cool part about that. You can add in as much fuzz as you want, dial in your tone stack, and then add some mids back to it. Add some thickness to it, and this is where I really found out that I like this pedal. Going all the way back to the bridge pickup on the Telly, it's just straight rock and roll. As many people say, I'm more of a builder than a player. See if we can take down some of that volume to get it more unity. There's the anemic. So add just a little bit of fuzz back in there to get it to come up. And then here's what I was talking about. My understanding is that for a fuzz pedal, the bass frequency is added in before any kind of clipping or amplification stage. And so let's go back to adding some fuzz, but then also dialing back that bass to get more of it to break up. That's just a thick sound. I went back to the treble pickup on the Telecaster. That's just a super thick sound. But anyway, Canyon Fuzz, clone of the Danelectro Nichols 1966 Fuzz. Got to give credit to PedalPCB. This is their Cadmium Fuzz.